No, I'm already so fucking far behind. Okay, so what I need to do is docs, YouTube control panel. Hello, hello. All right, select stream, copy. How is there one chat rate? The fuck? Oh, here we go. I'm gonna work hard to make that a reality. Concurrent viewers. What? I don't think I'm viewing it, am I? Yeah, I'm not viewing it. Who's there? Who's lurking in my chat? Howdy, partner. Concurrent viewers. I don't think it could be me yet. Yeah, I've only got the link and I haven't clicked on it yet. But even still, I don't think it counts me as a viewer. Anyways, okay. All right. Yeah, you still need to check, see if this is lagging at all in StarCraft for OBS. Turn this up. All right. So I really, really, really want to get the short videos of a specific thing out today. And doing that is really hard. Like I already have a task list of where I have like this one document what I call the list, and that doesn't mean I'm an arrogant narcissist who thinks I'm the only one that's going to make the list of um but it is the list as in it's all the things that are potentially forcing people to talk past one another. My view is it's people are being forced to talk past one another, and it isn't just 100% free will, which is one of the many things that I need to write down, which are the deep philosophical things we haven't figured out yet. But right now, I'm just trying to wake up my brain, play some StarCraft, see how good my APM can be, how good I can be at keeping up with my thoughts. But I can't do this for too long because then I'll spend all of my mental energy on prepping for shit, and not actually doing anything. Wow, 2 viewers. Who goes there? So, for example, like the MMS, metaphorical Mexican standoff, or the seat at the table. Because what I want to do is one of the main goals is to get to a place where I'm making like my quote unquote first video. And in that video, that's going to be a lot longer. I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm going to constantly refer to different these different concepts that I will only in the longer video explain mildly. How rude. He's called a Reaper. And in the longer video, each of these concepts, I'm going to try and give a short overview, basically just stating the thesis or the definition of what the thing is, like the contempt bias. Get the definition of what the contempt bias is. Maybe give some examples, maybe explain it just a little bit more, and then move on to where I'm at in the conversation, trying to explain all of these different things. This guy's going to make a bunch of Hellions. Oh, he gets away. I would need to do the techniques. I want to get the peppermint. I put peppermint oil, essential oil, on my fan, and it like fills the room with hopefully not too strong peppermint scent. Hmm. I'm just gonna go Ling Bane Hydra. Oh, I thought I was getting. I'm trying to get the sport. Come on. Shit. Let's get that Hydroden. So usually I could talk a lot while I play, but my mind's not been working as good as I want, and I'm trying to get it to work pretty good today. So we'll see. I'm doing a really bad job at. He's got a third up. So now I finally put my overlords all around the map. Getting Hydra upgrades. Getting more drones on gas. Got a lot of my drones, but I still have the third. So I'm hoping my APM at the end of this game is pretty high. It's one of the indicators to see like how good my brain is working. Upgrade range attack to 2. Getting a hive. I am doing really bad at creep spread. It's like one of the things we're going to do that's immediately an immediate solution is constantly focus on how good we are at giving constructive praise and constructive criticism. And the second thing is how does the group deal with dissent and criticism? How do they engage in it? Do they avoid it? And I have this whole document of avoiding the argument. That's one of the things I have to be able to figure out how to where to put and how to fit in, because it's pretty complicated. It isn't just like only logical fallacies avoid the argument. It's so many things avoid the argument. He's coming with a lot of guys. Ooh, I should make some. Okay, it's definitely got a pretty large army here. I should have already had Banes. but my MMR is really low, so I keep facing people that are much worse than I am, and that's maybe my fault. I do like to leave ZBZs a lot, so I just can't stand playing them. Getting +3. Finally getting a Lurker Den. And so as I'm attacking, I'm making units back home. My men are going in and I'm already resupplying, spending my... I'm not going to win that fight. I need to get out. More for a bunch more Banes. Like, for example, the person that I'm up against right now. Imagine he or she just starts raging at me and saying, I'm a piece of shit, Zerg's easy, you're trash at this game, all these different things. There's a thing called psychological reactance that because now I see them as my enemy, they're attacking me. They're hating on me. That now every claim that they make is beyond the wall of taboo. I don't take it seriously. Because I don't take it seriously, this actually harms me. Because quite often, not always, but a large majority of destructive criticism given, there's usually truth to it. It's why it hurts so much. Like if I have a level of like making mistakes, because everyone makes mistakes. That's why I love games like StarCraft 2 and Overwatch, because of how complicated they are. There's so much room for error. You're going to make mistakes, and a lot of them. Damn it. That is a lot of drones. Too many drones. Actually, hold on. Let's go back to there. Don't know where else I can really go other than making a bunch of spines to get my supply down so I can make a lot more units, and I'm over droned right now. Not getting my creep spread out. So yeah, like what he said, like, hey, you fucking suck. Like your creep spread's terrible. You're dog shit at this game. You're trash. Like these things are destructive criticism because they're lies and they're bad faith. They intentionally want to bring a person down. And this psychological reactance thing of, oh, you want me to believe these really bad things that I don't think are true about me. So I won't even take any of it seriously, and it harms us because we think that we're protecting ourselves, and to a degree we're really right. Because if you view yourself only through, oh my god, that is a lot, but that's okay. Here we go. We've got the answer for that. We've got loads of Ultralisk coming. And this goes immediately to our politics, goes to our interpersonal relationships, of how destructive criticism that is exaggerating how bad we are is making us look worse than we see ourselves as. So all we can see is the other person as the enemy, even if we love them. We professed before God and our family, and I'm not religious. I'm just saying, a lot of people do think like this though, or and I'm not trying to attack Christians or anything like that. Okay, so I did make that. So yeah, let's get some. What I really like is like Ultra Corruptor, because then the Corruptors just fly around and take care of all the medevacs. Oh, I missed it. Yay. I got those. I'm playing very sloppy this game, but I also haven't really played StarCraft 2 a lot lately. I just started again yesterday. I haven't for months. Let's put that there. This is why I like to play video games with my daughter. When we play Fortnite together, at any one point, you can make so many different decisions. So your decision making process all has to do with how you understand what the game is, how it works, how proficient you are at executing different things. Just like aim, how good you are at aiming with different guns, using different abilities. Oh my God, there was this really cool time at Halloween. I think it was like a few years ago, but Arya was really good at these claws. Like you would turn into a werewolf, and she was so good at them. She would be like basically like the tank of our team, and she just dive in and just be like, and then I'm like back like snipe shooting them while they're focused on her, and she's like bouncing around and dashing, and it was really cool. It's really fun. I really like playing with her. Oh, maybe I don't have any more corruptors. Oh, I don't have a I don't have a spawning pool. Damn. Rude. Oh, no, I do have corruptors. Kill them. Look at it, just annihilates buildings. All right, waiting for a spawning pool to get finished so I can make some zerglings. We're missing a lot of injects. I don't even know if I have any queens right now. He made things around that one. Yay, I could make circlings again. And then queen, 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 queen. Oh, no. Okay, 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 okay. He got that. He saved it. Oh, do I not have a Ultra Den anymore? So many Banelings. Press tab to cycle through. Trying to get my creep spread going around. So like one of the videos I want to make is I have a poem that did a really bad job at helping us humanity understand what is criticism and how we do it. They only gave half of the argument that criticism, basically criticism is bad and terrible and no one should ever do it, is what I get from somebody saying if children live with criticism, they learn to condemn. They're not giving any amount of any constructive criticism. There's none. Like they would have said so if there was in their mind, if they thought, hey, hold on a second, there's a really good form of criticism and it's good faith, good form criticism, or it's at least constructive criticism, and everyone should be doing that. That's really important. But no, nothing. And then I can also show the Gottman is, and that poem was extremely popular. So I got to show this of like, what is in the common sense of the average person? This is extremely key. Where does it come from? Basically, who is writing the rules, principles, and morals that the average person is using in their common sense? What ideological group is it? That's a lot of tanks. Whoa, that new Hydra ability is wild. You just like get a move really quick. Started to mine out here. Oh shit. Run. Run away, run away. It's just a rabbit. It's so funny that both sides have constantly been saying these guys are against jokes, and then as soon as there's any jokes, mockery from the other side, there's like they're completely against it. Whoa. Damn, son. I lose this one. Uh, 208. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. You did better than your average. All right, one more game and then I'm going to start working. All right, I'm going to try and do a Wim Hof breathing technique while I'm doing this. Actually, hold on. I need to first. Okay, I'm against Protoss, so I need my Overlord to go here. Getting my peppermint oil and putting it on fan. There's a video that Kai Klinsky just put out about how Joe Rogan and Andrew Schultz are not engaging in good faith the criticism they're receiving from other comedians. It's pretty wild. It's just more of the same shit all the time. Everyone thinks their group is extremely good at engaging in dissent and criticism. And it doesn't mean they're at zero. Like almost no one's at completely like zero ability, though when you get further left or further right, you will get to close to zero ability to engage in any amount of criticism. So more center left and center right people can engage in criticism to some degree, but it is not anywhere good enough. Not even fucking close. It is so abysmally bad. If there was a test, like a standardized test, I don't like we give in schools for the specific subject of how to arrive at truth, still men other people's positions, reconsider your ideas, engaging in all forms of criticism, everyone fucking fails. Everyone. Even Destiny, who I think is some of the best among us, everyone fucking fails. This is the most complex thing human beings have ever dealt with. And even that right there, that's one of the topics of the things that I need to make. I need to make I have this whole argument on how there's no fucking way, no goddamn way that it's as simple as anyone is saying it is. It isn't. Their argument is abysmally bad. Doesn't mean there isn't something good in it. There is. And that needs to be maintained for sure. But it's very low. So they are 5% right and 95% wrong. So it's really, 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 really wrong. What am I up against? Okay, he scattered banelings. So we need a scout. So we're getting Overlord upgrades. Hold on, let's get this guy to go all over here. Let's get this guy to go through here. This one to go through here. And we're still gonna just make Zergs and banelings. Oh wow. Okay. Well, that's rude. Ooh, that was a lot of fucking drones they killed. Yeah, we do not need gas for quite a while. We've got way too much. We almost have +1. Hmm. I think I'm putting up too many defenses right now. So we're gonna cancel these two, and we're just gonna get loads of Zergs. We got plus Zerglings. We got +1. We can Bane bust this guy. There it is again. Damn. Zealots be good. Zealots. Okay, that was a short one. I'll do one more. Damn, I fucking lost to a silver. I macroed just way too hard at the beginning and didn't scout because I was talking too much. The guy named himself Blue Balls. Okay, Wim Hof method. Here we go. Oh, I was gonna open up my window. They easily could have like just a bunch of gateways right here, and I'm about to be flooded with six zealots, zealots. Oh shit! Where's he going? Oh, they went home. Oh, I never got a Balianist. Yeah, I can't do that until I get a Bailey nest. Oh my god. Fuckers got DTs. No, our road horn's not done. Here we go. Road horn done. Hello? Oh, just wondering where that. All right, as soon as we have roach speed, actually, we could probably go now. Just make sure there's no hidden pylons over here. He's getting his third up now. Oh shit. Oh, his army is up here. Oh, the DTs are here. Fuck. Okay, I do have overlords. I mean, I do have, what are these called? Observer. Yeah, overseers. Wow, it's been a while since I've. Oh, I already made those. $173, but that's a lot of that's because I was stuck on 2 base for a long time. If I get the macro out faster, then I'm controlling more units and I was typing a lot. Making invalid excuses. Okay, so what I want to do. Okay. Let's close diagrams. Um, what's in data? Okay. So in all of this is extra stuff. Um, so here's media to analyze. Ah, fuck me. Okay. I think I'm just gonna need to do this. Okay, so that one, and then this one, share. Insert table. Let's do 3. Let's put that title there. Then we've got 1 here. And then for each of these, okay. So then praise. Um, insert table, probably just that. Hold on. Media examples. Let's see. I haven't touched this document in a long time. Media examples of the two main issues forcing double standards. Two are these two. Then the two main issues are human nurture, which is common sense judgment standard, and then human nature rules darkness. We would then need a legend for what those things are, but for right now, I'm trying to just go through all of, like, I have all these different videos and many different documents that I like need to go through. Doesn't look like there's any in this one. There is like the neighborhood season 5, the neighborhood season 6. So we'll just put the neighborhood go through and close that for now. Then under recent, there's just one that says media to analyze. Okay, there's quite a few in here. So we're going to cut all of that. Then we're going to delete this one. Come back over to here. And then insert table. Go down a few. And then need to find home. Okay. All right, so now I need to find all the ones that I need to find home. So all those, and then this is these short videos to go through. Yeah, and before that is where I'm gonna put potentially all these different ones, which there are some already down here. Let me put that in there. Wow. That's all that's in this document? Holy shit. How can I move to trash? Whew. Alrighty then. Looks like same thing here. So move to trash. Oh my God. Okay. So this is Asmongold. Okay, and then normal text, update. So now to do normal text, it is Control Alt 0. Control Alt 0. Okay, that seems a little much. I need macros and stuff. That's for a later date in time. All right, let's see if we get the rest of these. In this one, there is no more of that. Okay, here's another one. This is poor people make worse decisions. Yep. So what I need to do is like make them purple and larger for what's being said, so it's easier to see. Monte and so this would be like heading 1. So then to do heading 1, it is Control Alt 1. Finally having conversations. I need to put probably the name of the person up front. And this one is definitely extremely key. Let's see if it'll let me. Nope. I don't know why it does this thing, and then these ones don't have that. Whoa. Okay. All right, moving along. Why at the time there was no dissent? That's something that's needed, but it's Trump admin prepares to surveil. So we need. Hmm. Oh wait, shit. Shit. Okay, good. There it is. Okay. So I've got that. Poor people, multi-decade long. Let's see what this is.
Helpful. I respect him. I respect his history and everything. But parachuting back in, there was something that, remember that Bush said that other people didn't. Bush said, I'm not here to criticize my predecessor. And when he left the White House, he said, look, I'm not going to jump into certain debates here. I may comment on things, but I'm just going to leave it alone. Whereas Obama chose to blame, as did Biden. And so I think right here.
I mean, that is really good. Tom Pat PBD podcast. So canary in the coal mine variables. Poor people make worse decisions.
Hey guys, had a little debate content we wanted to share with you. So this is from the premium portion of our Friday show, and it was Griffin and I arguing with Ryan and Emily about whether or not, according to Ezra Klein, Charlie Kirk had been practicing politics in, quote, exactly the right way. Thought you guys would be interested in it, and also wanted to show all of you who are not premium subscribers the great content that you are missing if you are not getting the full Friday show. So if you want to make sure you get that full Friday show, sign up to become a premium subscriber at breakingpoints.com. Here's that debate.
I think that leads us to a debate section. Crystal wanted to talk to you guys about your Ezra Klein coverage. Now, to set this up for people who have missed this clip over the week, we talked about Ezra Clerk's op-ed where he said that Charlie Kirk was doing politics the right way, in that he was
exactly the right way.
In exactly the right way, and that he was approaching debates in good faith. And then on top of that, this sense of that we're worried about that the country needs to talk to each other. That part I definitely agree with. Of course, that's why we do the show here. And then I think also, I took a little. I politely disagreed with Ryan's take this week as well, with this idea that you should condemn the killing, but not mention the things that Charlie Kirk said throughout his career. And so I think those are kind of like the two topics that I wanted to hear from Crystal about going into it.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, Emily's welcome to weigh in, but I think it is a bit more of like a lefty intra-left kind of a debate. But what I took issue with Ezra Klein saying that Charlie Kirk did politics exactly right is, first of all, it's a very low bar for it just to be like, he didn't directly try to murder anyone, so he was doing politics exactly right. Okay,
although that is where we are.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's quite where we are. I don't think that's fair to say.
In the wake of a killing, that's kind of where we are.
But here's my like more intellectual argument is that Charlie Kirk, as I just said, he wasn't just an influencer. He wasn't just doing these like college debate tours and whatever. There was a bit of, I think, naivete in the way that Ezra laid out that, he's just going to college campuses and having these debates. Charlie Kirk was the leader of the MAGA youth movement. That's really what he was.
All right, we're going to see if we can get AI to help us. So we're going to get the transcript for this video. All you have to do is hold it down and then press end, and it'll go right to the end, and then copy. And then I'm going to get a Word document. And then save. Breaking points, Ezra Klein. And then chat, and then perplexity. Photo downloads. Please find the Ezra Klein podcast. The speakers are Oh, I should also give the date of when it happened. September 22nd. September 22nd is, I mean, maybe I could just do that. Let's see. Ezra Klein show videos. He doesn't have live. So that was a month ago. 1 month ago. 1 month, 1 month. That's the first one. That's 1 month. There's another one. That's Supreme Court. Stop acting like this is normal. Cut him off. The only way.
We increasingly feel like
September 19th. So this is 3 days before the other one. So this definitely could be the way thing. The Trump administration seems to Charlie Kirk crack down. Let's see if in this one, if the word exact is in here. 3 times. Doesn't look like he says exactly the right way. What else could they be referring to? So let's go back. Yeah, it can't be the 24th because that one was on the 22nd. I don't even know why they would include that. That doesn't make sense. But they were saying this one.
we increasingly
Yeah, it's the same one I went through. How about where he's talking refers to specifically Charlie? So 24 times. What the fuck? Oh, it's over there. It can't be this one. It's the September 16th episode. We're going to have to live with each other. Okay. Oh, right here.
Last week, Charlie Kirk was murdered.
I mean, exactly right. It doesn't even show up. Well, that's the claim that she was making, is that he was saying exactly right. Doing politics. How about doing politics?
That is a grievance-based politics. That is an envy-based politics. And listen, envy can go really far in politics. Envy is a great way of doing politics. It really is. The hardest thing in politics is to say the thing that no one will say, which is, my job is to basically get the obstacles out of your way so that you can succeed or fail on your own merits. And if you fail, you know, that ain't always everybody else's problem.
How do you understand the pitch Donald Trump, over the course of his career, his political career, I should say, made to his voters, right? Because I would say a real way that he differed from Mitt Romney was that he came and said, you got screwed.
Yes.
I was trying to see where you
And
were.
so-
I think he is wrong, but yes.
And so Trump is he pulled the right into a scavenger mentality.
I think with regard to sort of a populist economics, yes. Sure.
You seem pretty positive on him a lot to feel that way.
Well, I mean...
Like you
I
voted
think
for him
that
in 2020 and 2024.
Yes,
You
I
campaigned for him in 2024.
Right, so I'm happy to explain my evolution
No,
on President Trump.
yeah,
I didn't vote
I'm
for
not-
either candidate in 2016. I voted for him in 2020.
Yes.
I campaigned for him in 24, yes.
But
That doesn't mean I agree with him on everything.
I actually want to be super clear. I understand your evolution is interesting, right? I don't want to do a
Retrospective here,
with you. I'm actually tracking it because I think it is important to understand you to understand the right. The reason I'm actually surprised to hear you say some of this isn't that I couldn't map it onto the theory of the book, but that the way you write about scavengers in the book, it's so vicious, it's so subhuman, that to realize that actually politicians you somewhat like fit in that for you is genuinely surprising.
So again, I think that to suggest that adopting certain aspects of a scavenger mentality, that doesn't necessarily turn you totally into, this is why I started with the point that every day you wake up and decide whether you wish to be a scavenger or a lion. So there are people who have aspects of scavengerdom, there are people who have aspects of liondom. I mean, I think that President Trump's economic agenda has aspects that are more lion-like. I think it has aspects that are more scavenger-like.
But when I read this book, I read something that, it maps very, very uneasily onto Trump. You do have a whole section about Trump as a lion and him taking the, I forget if it's the oath of office or which speech exactly it was, but when he won, it's like the lions are reawakening.
Well, but what I do say in that section is I don't know whether that moment is going to be justified by subsequent action. Right? I do say that. I wrote that like the day of the inauguration, and it felt like there was kind of a sense in America that we'd moved beyond some of the grievance politics that were so characterized inside the DEI basis of the Biden administration or the wealth is bad side of the Democratic Party. But I do say in that section, I don't know whether that's going to be justified by further policy. I feel like there is an upsurge in the American feeling in favor of things like personal responsibility and non-grievance-based politics, but whether politicians are going to channel that in a positive direction or whether they're going to re-channel away from that is a whole different question.
Let me, I want to do one more beat on the scavengers here, then we'll move on to sort of Trump and the president. Let me read a piece of the book for you. Aside from their base envy, how can we describe the scavengers? As we've discussed, lions are creative, determined, and audacious. They are steadfast, prudent, merciful, and strong. Scavengers are something else entirely. In his book, The True Believer, Eric Hoffer explains that those who tear down the societies in which they live are typically what he terms inferiors. The failures, misfits, outcasts, criminals, and all those who have lost their footing or never had one in the ranks of respectable humanity. They see their lives and the present is spoiled beyond remedy, and they're ready to waste and wreck both, hence their recklessness and their will to chaos and anarchy. It's pretty sweeping, right?
Well, if you wanted to ask me who is sort of like the apotheosis.
Yes, who's the apotheosis?
The campus protesters over the course of the last couple of years.
Although they're not inferior. I thought about this. I have a little note on that section. I'm like,
no, they are.
Because they are the kids at Ivy League colleges. They're doing just fine. They're not social inferiors by any measure of the imagination.
I do talk in that exact section about the scavengers, about why scavengers tend to be drawn from the ranks of sort of the upper middle class and the overly educated who then produce less than they should. You know, the sort of prototypical scavenger, and again, one of the points I make in the book, I'll say it over and over again, is that people are a mix of these things. And that you can sometimes be a scavenger, sometimes be a lion. There are ideologies that are a mix of both. When I'm talking about like the pure, thoroughgoing scavengers, here you would be talking about Hamas, people who stand for Hamas, people who are out there protesting on behalf of the idea that the real problem in America is police, to the extent that they actually want to defund the police. Those are the people who want to tear down entire institutions. Now, politics is a game where you can channel that, you can use it as jet fuel for your political movement. And the problem is that when you do feed that sort of envious mentality, what you end up doing is throwing more jet fuel on a raging fire that already exists in the human heart. And eventually that's going to take over your entire politics. And that's what I'm concerned about. And the reason that I'm sort of objecting to mapping that onto sort of prototypical politics is because I don't use Democrat and Republican as the model of this. I'm not saying that Democrat politician is the scavenger, Republican politician is the lion.
I want to say this clearly. You do not do that in the book. At the same time, there is very little, I would say, effort to cross the empathic chasm sometimes to the people you are describing as scavengers, how they would see the world that way, how, in fact, in seeing the world that way, there would be a boldness, there would be an effort to change things for the better, to protect their family, to protect their community, right? How protesters, even the ones you don't like, often understand themselves as standing up for someone who actually needs someone to stand up for them. AOC and Bernie Sanders really thinking, like getting up in the morning, Zoran Mamdani, how I see them, getting up in the morning and really feeling like there are people out here working their asses off, not able to make ends meet. And like they need people in power to stand up for them. And some of I actually thought the weirdest part of the book to me, the part that was the most striking when I got to it, was when you quote Nietzsche on Judaism, right? And you say this is an incorrect interpretation of Judaism, but you quote Nietzsche writing, "It was the Jews who, with awe-inspiring consistency, dared to invert the aristocratic value equation. Good equals noble, equals powerful, equals beautiful, equals happy, equals beloved of God, and hang on to the inversion with their teeth, saying the wretched alone are the good, the poor, impotent, lonely alone are the good, the suffering, deprived, sick, ugly alone are pious, alone are blessed by God." And now you disagree with Nietzsche that that's the right interpretation of Judaism and then ultimately of Christianity.
And I also think that it's an immoral view of the world.
Right. This is what I want to get at. That
I do not think that poverty somehow creates value in humans more than riches create value in humans. What you do in the world is what makes you a good or a bad person.
I agree with that, actually, right? I both understand that and agree with that.
And that's why I say that Nietzsche's wrong, by the way, because the Bible explicitly says you're not supposed to favor the rich or the poor, right?
There's quite a lot in the Bible also about understanding the difficulty of poverty, what you should give unto the poor, that it is very easy for the rich and the powerful to tumble into immorality.
Well, so, yeah, I think that, Ezra, you focus a lot, and I've obviously listened to the show a lot and heard conversations that you've had with a number of figures and your discussions about Zohran Mamdani, for example. And empathy and grievance are not mutually exclusive. In fact, empathy and grievance can go very easily hand in hand. And I do not actually think that once you translate empathy into grievance, I think that you've actually fundamentally undermined what is good about the empathy.
Say what you mean. What is the moment when empathy becomes grievance?
Okay, so I feel so bad for you that I'm going to get in your shoes and I can see why you would believe that the systems are screwing you, therefore the systems are screwing you, therefore we should tear down the systems. The transition from I can see why you believe the systems are screwing you to the systems are screwing you, that exact transition is where empathy becomes grievance. And there's good social science to suggest that actually empathy makes for some ugly politics if in fact you spend all of your days on empathy because you end up empathizing with one group at the expense of another group. There's a difference between sympathy and empathy. I would hope that everybody in politics has empathy, but I think it is perfectly empathic to say, yes, you feel that something bad has happened to you, your life is not what you want it to be, and now you need to realize that the only person who can get you out of this situation is you, and you need to start making really good, solid decisions with your life. And in fact, that message is much more likely to lead to success than the message that I alone can save, which is something President Trump said, or any other politician who says, I'm going to come in, I'm going to clean up the entire system for you, and now the system will be oriented toward you personally, and magically, your job is going to come back, or magically, you're going to be more prosperous, or magically, somebody's going to take care of your health care in a way that they didn't before. Like that is a cheap political tactic that is rarely fulfilled in real life.
It's interesting. I understand you much more as a man without a party than I did coming into this. Because I think if you look across politics right now, there is not a political party, there is not a forceful political movement that at its core isn't saying the system is screwing you. Trump is saying the system is screwing you. The left is saying the system is screwing you. The liberals are saying the system is screwing you. The right is, I mean, we're not in the era of Mitt Romney anymore. And like, you are really allergic to that view.
Yes. I mean, and again, one of the things that I believe is that the biblical worldview, right? This does go to sort of religious belief to me. The biblical worldview is rooted in a fundamental distinction that the Bible makes. And as an Orthodox Jew, obviously, this is something I try to live by. The kind of ethical basis of ethical monotheism is the idea that you have things to do in the world and that free choice is up to you, right? When I define sort of what a philosophy line would be, the basic idea that is revelatory about the Bible is this idea that it's not, your life is not a series of random coincidences and pagan gods fighting in the heavens and lightning randomly striking you. I quote Lear, where Gloucester talks about, you know, as flies to the gods are we, right? They kill us for their sport. Like that's not the mentality of the Bible. The mentality of the Bible is something that is radically different, which is basically choose life, right? Like the choice is in front of you. Do the right thing and good things will happen. Now, again, that raises all sorts of theodicy questions. Is that really true? Do bad things happen to good people? Of course, these are not new problems in religion. But the basic concept, which is if you act responsibly in the world, you are significantly more likely to have a better life and to make the world around you better. That's the thing that I try to live by and to teach my kids. And when you teach my kids the opposite, when you teach them that no matter what they do, they are screwed by the system, and actually the systems that have brought them unnamed prosperity, the greatest prosperity in the history of the world, the most freedom of any human beings who have ever walked this earth, that system is to blame, not them. I am allergic to that. I think that it makes people worse. I think it makes society worse. I think it makes cultures worse. And I think it empties out your civilization of meaning, purpose, and prosperity.
It's interesting. I've noticed that there is a real collision of interpretation of the